Okay, so let's see what happens. If I type in, oh, I don't know, app start. That's a lot of stuff. I can eat that. And I'm just gonna pull this stuff down here. Real quick. I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this. I'm just gonna hold up the item magnet so it pulls it all down here. Oh, no. No. No, we're not playing this game. Fear my tiger of infinite power. Okay. Ooh, moon charm. Fisherman's pocket guide, which means cell phone, but it's not here because it doesn't count as an equipable. We have the cell phone now. Do we? Oh, we have Gollum. We have Gollum considered as killed, which means we can actually go fight the lunatic cultists and start the lunar events. Now, we're not going to be able to finish the lunar events because they are crazy difficult, and it will immediately trigger the Moon Lord, which we don't want to do. We don't want to immediately trigger the Moon Lord. But what we can do, what we're going to do, right, we don't have enough people. Send me over here. What we're gonna do is we're going to try and get the Stardust Dragon. They are all underwater. Great. Love that for them. Okay, hi buddy. We're gonna take this fight up here. If I can beat the Ice Queen, I can beat you. Which one's real, which one's fake? It's this one. Oh, this just got a lot harder. Okay, still can't fight the lunatic cultist, so I'm gonna make some more preparations for that, but I'll see you over in the next game. Alrighty, we are sitting at 123 out of 90 emblems. Now here's the thing, there are not 120 emblems in the game. So it added some that shouldn't exist. And then we get the final level, Cannon's Core. Which I don't even know if we can technically do. But looking over some of these are just like done from the other checks. Ooh. I may not be able to do Crazy Gadget, but I know what I can do. Check this out.
Yes!
That was the easiest 100 rings yet. 4 seconds.
That was cool!
Because it was still giving me things.
Select the stage.
I don't even know what that gave me, because it's that taking that long to load. But I can, now that I have the bazooka, I can go get a few more checks here and there. So, well, let's go get a few checks here and there. Okay, so we're at the end of the level, and it's quite simple. We just don't touch the goal ring. See this gate? Well, there's an enemy up in the corner. So, we just go there, pop it, kill both these guys, and there's the check. Which is an energy tank for Samus. At this rate, she might have all of her energy tanks, who knows? So, I'll meet you back at the Chow. Okay, so back at this point about the midway through the level. You can actually see that little guy up there. So what you just do is you just glide down here. Play the Mystic Melody. There's a spring. And you just open fire on all these beetles. When they die, you can acquire the baby.
I did it!
Easy.
I gotta do better next time.
It's fine, Tails. You don't need to do perfect. What is Tingle Statue? Alrighty. I don't need to go get the upgrade from here. That's already gotten. Weapons bed is already done. Let's see. I have leg boosters, Mystic Melody, and the armor, but I still don't have the large cannon. Means I can't do weapons bed. Can't do this either. Or Lost Colony. Great, Eggman's still hard locked out. I can do Hidden Base number 3 and acquire the upgrade. So I'll show you where those are. Okay, so about this point in the level, instead of going up there, you just drop down here and break open these metal boxes. That's where the Mystic Melody is. The Mystic Melody, in this case, was a Triforce Shard. That is very, very required. And then, hilariously enough, the Chow isn't far. So I'm not going to be skipping around too much to get to the Chow. Just pretend you didn't see that. But no, you just make your way through this little maze. All the, Eggman insignias everywhere. And make our way to the top of this room, and we're pretty much at the Chow. All you need to do is, instead of turning left, gee, I wonder where the Mystic Melody spot is. Kinda obvious for this level. It's also the level where you get the Mystic Melody, so it kind of makes sense why it'd be a bit obvious. And from here, you can just kind of jump and hover down. And to go through this mess, it's easier if you just glide to the center, to be honest. And there's your Chow. Alrighty, and from here, with that Mystic Melody, and with all of these already done, with no real need for me to handle them, let's do Cannon's Core!
System alert. System alert. The intruder has reached the system area. Initiate debug program.
Hi. No. Alright, so. Cannon's Core is a bit of an interesting one. Because it's not just Tails. It's everybody except for Shadow. And you play them one at a time. So, let's get done with Tails section.
Okay.
The cool thing is there's these little time stop things. And if you want a good score, you can just abuse the heck out of them because they also stop the in-game clock. No. Well, this wasn't helpful. That wasn't helpful at all. That was. Thanks, camera. Okay, is it this? Now, these enemies are going to be trying to shoot me, but as long as you blow the door open before they actually get there, you're fine. Now, we're gonna hope that we don't need Eggman's leg boosters for this. Because I am a little nervous. About that exact thing. But, jokes aside, that was more me missing the jump than not having the leg boosters. So, we're just gonna make the jump again, and we're gonna do it this time. Easy peasy. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, we're fine. We're fine. And go. Oh, hello. No. Okay. This level's gonna take some fine-tuning to get through without the booster. And by fine-tuning, I mainly mean just damage tanking. Really? This is incredible. Okay. I genuinely thought I'd get stuck here. But it appears not. That's not good. Or at least not as good as I would have it be. Okay, so I'm gonna try and make it through there. We'll see how that works. I'd laugh if I can get through a hard room only to be stopped by a door. But that might actually be the case until we find Eggman's leg boosters. And then it'll probably cut back if it is impossible for me to do right now. Okay, I was actually able to make it work by jumping off the other side block because the door opens from the left instead of the right. And there's a checkpoint. Come on. Uh-oh. This might hurt. I don't think that this part's possible. Alrighty. Well, we tried.
Select the stage.
Okay, so I just checked where Eggman's hover is. It's actually Mad Space Act 1. So let me figure out where her iron boots are. Right, the iron boots are in the Forsaken Fortress, which requires bombs and Wind Waker. We've already been over this. Alrighty, so I'm currently locked out of checks in Sonic Adventure 2, so we'll see over in the next game. Alrighty. Let's see what all I just spontaneously explode with. It's not going to be the gravity suit, I know that. Missile capacity increased by 110! That one caught me off guard. That one caught me so off guard. Oh my goodness. Okay, charge beams online. Or power beam. Flamethrower. Ice spreader. And that seems to be it. Okay, let's check the artifacts. Oh. I see. Huh. Well then. I think I know what that means. Alrighty, so sitting at 205 missiles, almost every single energy tank. We have 3 out of the 4 beam combos. We still don't have super missiles, comedically enough. But with every artifact and the Phazon suit, none of that matters at all. we can beat Prime now. We can sweep this game too. And from there, we only got 3 left. Despite the fact that I somehow have this sneaking suspicion in the back of my head that Terraria is going to be last in the completion status, it's not going to be by as wide of a margin as I thought because, well, we're getting kind of close with all of them. If I can beat the Lunatic Cultist and get the Stardust Dragon, then I'm pretty much set to beat Terraria too. So let's go beat Prime. We're only, what, 3 energy tanks short of max? We have over 200 missiles? Nah, we're gonna be fine. Okay. So we just have to make our way back to the temple and be ready for whatever may await us. I have all 8 power bombs. Nice. Not like that's gonna do anything for me, but it's still exciting. That means I can say that I found every power bomb expansion. Alrighty. Let's do this. Although, as a fool, you can scan these statues, all 12 of these statues, and they'll tell you where the artifacts are. Like, even in a randomizer, they'll tell you where the artifacts are. So I'm a bit of a fool for not scanning them to know where all the artifacts were. But I suppose at this point, it doesn't really matter. Because it's time for a fight. Against the only cybernetic space dragon in the universe. At least I hope so. I mean, Ridley's gotta have a species, right? Or at least at some point there was more than one. Can you imagine a civilization of these things? I can't. And be prepared for some camera wonkiness. For some reason, the Ridley fight always just flips between widescreen and normal screen. And we just fire charged plasma beams at his chest. And it eats through his health pretty quickly. Just chews him up. But he's gonna be way out there. And he's gonna do diving runs. Bombing runs don't do much in terms of damage, so we're good. And if he manages to break these statues, well, they give health. Hi, Ridley. No. No, I'm gonna keep shooting your chest. Hi, buddy. And I'm just gonna go over here, where he's gonna have a difficult time hitting me. Come on. Come back down here. You're such a boring fight. You literally spend half the fight avoiding fighting me. You are such a coward. Get back here. Yeah. Oh. Hi. Okay, we're almost done here. The fight gets significantly easier once we enter Phase 2. Phase 2 happens when we clip his wings. Okay, Ridley. Come down here. Just use backwards strafe hover jumps to get away from him. Ow. Just be done. Okay, there we go. So at this point, you've damaged his cybernetics enough where the malfunction causes the wing membranes to ignite, leaving him just a sad little skeletonized dragon. And by sad, it means very painful and very angry in equal measure. And you just gotta pump his chest full of magma. Now his hand normally blocks his mouth when he's doing that, but every once in a while you can slip a shot in, that's why I keep shooting. Jump over the lasers. No. 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 Ow. Maybe I'll just focus on dodging that attack. It does hurt. He also does it a lot. Most of the Ridley fight in Metroid Prime 1 is just waiting for Ridley to do something stupid, like roar at you. And you can blow up that. Means his heart is exposed. Because he may be meta, but he's certainly not the top dog. That's Samus. And let's see if this does it. Nope. Almost. And there we go. Meta Ridley is down. But he is not the final boss. He is just the gatekeeper to the final boss. So let's go fight that final boss. So we're gonna head down to the impact site. Now, there's a cool little thing about the impact site that I'm going to show as soon as I'm Okay, there's a cool little thing I want to show about the impact site. Where is it? Maybe Archipelago doesn't do it. There's in one of the randomizers that you can use for Metroid Prime, Randovania, it puts a little panel right here. And what that panel does is it tells you where the Phazon suit is, which is really useful because you kind of die when you try and go in here without it. But in here is where one of my favorite creatures in Metroid lore is. The Lumagek! They're little Phazon lizards! But ignoring the Lumageks, we're going to continue on into this room full of what I call bones and teeth. So those are definitely teeth. Like, these just look like molars. And there are Metroids in here. Like that one. And they will try and bite you, obviously. We're gonna try and prevent that. The only way that I know to be crazy effective for preventing Metroid bites. Which is power bombs. Because vaporizing something at a molecular level is absolutely the best way to handle it. And if you use power bombs to get in there, then, well, you can just use this. And that fully recovers all your ammo. So all the missiles that I didn't use during Ridley, No. Okay. When it comes to final levels, I think that they definitely did the best with Metroid Prime 3, with Phase. But the Impact Crater will always be a special place. Buddy. No. And then you have this weird, almost organic-looking spider ball track that you can go along. And right at the end, because the Phazon suit won't protect you from red Phazon, which is all over the floors. And through this, we have the final boss. So, from one hero to the next, from one adventure to another, we reach the conclusion of our third game with the final boss, the titular Metroid Prime. Who immediately runs away. But that's okay. He's allowed to do that. It's fine. So, Metroid Prime has a very simple but fun mechanic. He's going to change colors. Just hit him with the beam of the color that he is. Now, I think missiles work for power. Nope. They have to be power beam or super missiles, which I don't have super missiles. So we're just going to have to rely on good old-fashioned charge beams whenever he's yellow. And he does reflect, too, if you don't hit his face. I can do a lot more damage to him when it's not Power Beam. They stop being yellow flavored. Be anything else. Okay. He's going to charge across the room. And then change colors. And this is when we can use the Wave Buster, which is a really easy one, because it just grabs onto his face and doesn't let go. It constantly drains our missiles, but with enough missiles, it doesn't matter. Like, that 840 missiles just to do that, but it put him into the next damage phase immediately, so I don't think that was a waste. And we're gonna try and get rid of these two things. which are also only weak to one damage type. But this is how you restock, because this gives you missiles and energy. Out. Okay. Can you not? Can you not? I don't think you can not. Ooh, that's an entire E-tank's worth of energy. Ow. Yeah, I can see why it gives me entire E-tank's worth of energy when he's doing entire E-tank's worth of damage. Oof. Okay. And he's going to charge across the room, and you just slip into these little slots down below right here. And what color are you? I'm going to guess ice. I was right! Now, the ice super missile, the ice spreader, it's very easy to miss, but it's easy to tell when you actually hit him. Because it kind of just freezes him. Alright, what color are you picking? Back to the one that has the homing charge shot. Okay, okay. I'm not going to use the Wave Buster again. I'm going to wait till the last phase. In the last phase, he changes really quickly, so you want to try and burst out as much damage as possible while you have it. But, do enough damage, you're going to phase him again, and you just keep going down, down, down. Oh no. No, you will not reel me in. No. Whew. That was close. Almost got slammed with big old pincers. Oh! It has learned ice. Thanks, I love it. Okay. Another chunk of health down. I'm gonna guess he turns red. I was wrong. This has a weird way of doing damage, Ice Spreader. Now I'm gonna guess red. Yeah, I just like using the plasma beam. And we're gonna use Flamethrower just to get some, basically napalm on him. It'll stick to him, do some damage. So they'll do a little bit of damage with the Wave Buster, but I had to break the beam so that way I wouldn't get hit with those. Which is ultimately worth it because of my ability to get an E-Tank back. But this is the final. Where he just changes whenever he wants. You're just making it easy for me to hit you with a charge shot, you know that, right? He has a melee attack? Alrighty. I'm gonna guess this. Oh. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Oh man. Ooh, full energy tank. Okay. Haha, you're not gonna get me. Ow. Oh, that was fast. Come on. You're changing before I can even get a charge shot off. Is that it? Alright. Final phase. Alrighty. Oh no. Okay. I don't have one of the visors needed to see him in one of his phases. Luckily, I don't need the X-ray visor, but it will make it where this fight takes slightly longer. Hi, Prime. Prime is immune to every form of attack. You notice everything just bounces off of him. Doesn't change the fact that he just gave me a bunch of stuff back. But we just need to survive against him until he decides to give his one weakness, a pool of Phazon. When he does this, he turns invisible, and he is trackable via A, where these waves come out of. Oh, he was over here for a second. So yeah, we just use the hyper beam to murderize him. But he needs to be in a state that we can lock onto him, which means either normal sight or X-ray. We just, you know, need to jump over the waves because he can't really hurt us any other way. Okay, he is now in thermal visor mode. And you just nuke his health. Look at what that did to his health. So much damage in a single go. Okay, I'm gonna say something cursed. He just looks like Megamind and Cthulhu together. Like, he has that big old forehead brain. No. No. You can do as many of these shockwaves as you want. I'm not going to, you know, die to them easily. Okay. Easy damage. He's below half now. As long as you stand in the direct center of the pool, you'll eat it. You'll eat it all, at least. You can lose out on some of the Phazon, or it will disappear after a time. But as long as you get most of the Phazon, you can get him in 4 phases. The only issue is, now he's going to start propagating Metroids with the Phazon. Like those. Simplest way to deal with them is drop a power bomb. Well, I know where he is. It did a little bit of damage. An ever so slight amount, but it did. I just need to wait for him to be either visible or thermal. He's directly on top of me. Ow. Oh. Okay. You wanna play that game? I'll vaporize them. No. No, I'm not dealing with you right now. You know how much of a pain it was going through Dark Souls? No? You don't? You're just an alien? Okay, well, let me explain it to you in ways you understand. Immeasurable pain. Come on. Come on. You only have 3 attacks. Yell at me. That. And shockwaves. Ow, 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 ow. Right? I'm just gonna kill him the normal way. Ice beam into a missile. Alright, just a little bit of damage. And he goes down too. And that's going to do some crazy things. One thing I know for certain is we know where one of Link's bows is. So we'll be able to go back to Wind Waker and have a bow. Which, that'll be nice. But because Metroid has so few checks, 100, as opposed to, Dark Souls 900, it'll be a lot less anxiety-inducing looking at all the items that are going to drop for me. But it's going to be at least like a good 20, 30 items, so that's going to be real nice. Okay, is he thermal? Nope. He's also not visible. I did hit him a little bit. But until he is visible, I can't do consistent damage. Such a riveting fight. You gonna do something? Come on, do something. Come on! Do something. Yeah, like that. See, thermal? Thermal. And goodbye. And with that, we have another game completed. That was Metroid Prime. I am curious, though, about what that's going to give me. Is it going to give me the 100% ending? Because it's going to pull all the items to me. Oh, yep. It just gave me everything. There it goes. X-ray visor, gravity suit. It put me back in the Phazon suit for some reason. But let's see. Note to Mom, Progressive Bow, Rouge's Mystic Melody. Those are the 3 things that this game had for the other games. So not a whole lot, not a crazy a lot. Which means in order to get the, in order to finish Sonic, we need to do Wind Waker. So, suppose we do Wind Waker next, huh? As one more adventure finishes. Alrighty. And, we're back. We still need one piece of the Master Sword. We have bombs. We have arrows. We have the hero's bow, even, which is great. Because we have fire and ice arrows with it. That's so many checks. But, looking at this, thinking about this, I think we can make a serious dent in what we're looking at here. And the rupees are still going up. Oh, they finally stopped at 2,200 rupees. That's just incredible. Oh, we have that too, apparently. That's just wonderful to think about. Okay, so that means that the only thing we're missing to complete Wind Waker is light arrows and the Master Sword. Aside from that, we have everything we could need to finish this game too, except, you know, actually running down there and doing it. So, I think we should get on that. Alright, so I think first things first is we know where an upgrade for Sonic is, or technically Rouge. It's up here at the Forsaken Fortress. And since the Forsaken Fortress is a short dungeon that only has 6 chests, we're gonna go clear that out. Because even if we don't go back to playing Sonic immediately after getting this item, what this is gonna allow us to do is get a bunch more checks in Sonic, which we can then use to figure out what the Chaos Emeralds are. If we get enough checks in Sonic, we'll have the hint points to get where the Chaos Emeralds are, which, other than emblems, is the only thing we really need. So, first things first is to try and get to this door, and we'll start the Phantom Ganon fight. Ooh, he looks cool with that color randomizer. Like, give him the nice purple cape. Classic volleyball. What, you mean volleyball isn't a game about hitting a deadly ball of energy back and forth? Oh. My bad. I thought it was for some reason. No. I don't play that game. I don't play that game at all, buddy. It doesn't really matter if you laugh and go away. I still won that encounter. That was a skirmish at best, and you lost. Alrighty then. No. No. Please don't. Archipelago item. At this point, I don't even know what it could be. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. Playing that. I'm playing that. Yeah? Okay. I need to get over, I believe, over here? I think this is where I need to be. That certainly happened. Not that I don't have the health to take it now. We're just gonna make our way over here. No. No, 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 no. Oh, that's why it's not saying an Archipelago item went over, because it was one of the ones that I already had. That one already counted as being done. Okay. Alright, so we got this item. Okay. And I want to make our way over to the southernmost area. No. No. I'm not gonna play this game. I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna go in here and you're gonna stop making noise. That's just how that works. Okay. And there's Rouge's iron boots. That means we could go over to Rouge and do Mad Space to get Eggman's boosters to do the core. Here's the compass. There is a single chest left in Forsaken Fortress. And it alone will determine if I finish the dungeon or not. But not in the way that you think. But there's 6 checks. And those things. If this is the map, I can do the boss. Okay. The reason why I did that is because if that was not the map, that means that the boss drops the map. And there's no point doing the boss if it's just going to give me the map. Because I don't need that. So, let's go and take care of this then. Go kill the bird. Okay. I know where the Master Sword is and the light arrows are, which means we can finish the game. So we're looking at Lost Colony Chow Box number 3 in Sonic, which requires Eggman to have his boosters. And Progressive Bow is Stonewatcher Island of this very game. So after we kill Helmrock King, we're going to go get the light arrows, go get the Master Sword, and beat Wind Waker. Because I genuinely don't think I need anything besides all those items. But we're just going to completely ignore those annoying little things and make our way over here. That was a mistake, that was a mistake, that was a mistake. It's fine. I think. Well, I'm just glad he can't poke me. No. No. Stop trying to poke me. Now, you can get shot off this wall by cannons once they lock onto you. The only exception to not being able to get fired upon is if you have the grappling hook. So you can clear this gap with no issue. But aside from that, you pull out the hammer and you smack, and you can get into the boss room. There's no boss key for this dungeon. Ooh, it randomized to be a pretty magenta color today. Now, this boss has 3 phases. The first phase, you just get up the tower as fast as possible. Whereas he's trying to break the wood platforms. Now, as long as you just keep rolling and don't miss and roll off the side, you can actually just keep mashing the A button and Link will just get all the way up to the tower with no issue. And then once you get up to the top, you basically just have to get the bird to move. Because the bird doesn't want you to leave the tower. Which means hitting him in the face with a hammer. As apparently that is the appropriate response to a giant bird. But aside from that, we just climb up here. And we're in the boss arena. Top of this giant tower. Hi, Big Bird. Now, the Big Bird is either one of the fastest or one of the slowest bosses in the Wind Waker, depending on whether he actually wants to stay on the ground. Actually, there's a lot of similarities between this and the Ridley fight. If he does that, you can hit him with the hammer. If he doesn't want to do this, he'll fly around, and that's when he gets annoying. Nope. Doesn't do anything, but you can't get him to run into the tower like that and watch him splat. It's kind of funny. Hi. And one more for good measure. Then you get to see his beautiful face. Hi. And he's probably almost dead. Like, truth be told, he doesn't have a lot of health once that mask comes off. I was correct! If we had the fully powered Master Sword, we probably could have killed him in one damage phase, to be completely honest. And what's our reward? Oh, the bait bag. Okay, that's actually kind of useful for making a few different checks. Yeah, I'm not going to complain about that at all. Let's make our way up into the pirate ship. That's at the top of this tower. No idea how it got up here, but we go through and we're fine. We're good to go. And what this is going to do is automatically put us back down at the bottom. So, with that being said, and that being done, we are going to go to Headstone Island, which is just a little up from here. Shouldn't need to do literally anything else, frankly. Except to do this, find our where we're aimed. We're aimed in the right spot. Okay. We're gonna go to that island. I'm not gonna let anything stop us. Alright. So once we're on Headstone Island, we just lift this up and we drop in. Real easy stuff. Ow. And this is a combat cave. So you just go to each room, do your combat. I am angry that these things exist. But the easiest way I found to deal with them is roll between them all. Wait until they get all clumped up. And then don't lock on, because then you'll do a different type of slash. Do an unlocked on slash after walking around them like that. And it should be enough to clip their little gem. Ooh, money. Not that I need it for anything. But it's nice to have, I guess. So for these guys, I'm going to show a little thing that I have. That's the Hurricane Slash. It has more knockdown than most other slashes, but it's not any more powerful than a quick spin. It's basically just allowing you to do rapid spin attacks over and over and over again, which is useful, but not crazy useful. Okay, is this Wizrobes? I want to say Wizrobes. I was right. I don't like being right when it comes to Wizrobes. Okay, that was relatively painless. Never happens to be painless like that, at least. This is another instance of me using the Hurricane Spin. Easy, done, fashionable, and beautiful! Now the problem is, we're not done. Now there's Dark Nuts, which are these beautiful guys. Luckily, once you remove their armor, they actually can hit each other. Just makes them a little bit more bearable. Ow. Hey. No. No, 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 no. You're not gonna do that to me. Alrighty then. And we just do the Wind Waker. And the box containing the light arrows appears. The light arrows are fun because they literally one-shot everything that isn't the final boss. So, yeah. We're gonna have a lot of fun with those. But, let's go get the rest of the Master Sword. So, I'll see you over in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Alrighty then. Back in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, we are looking for... Where was it again? It was Mad Space 1, right? Yeah, just Mad Space 1. Alright, I can do Mad Space.
Lucky. Detector readings are reversed. Be very careful.
Detector readings aren't reversed, Omochao. They're backwards. Like, literally, if you go to one of the little hint machines and say, hey, where's this thing? It's going to, like, give you the hint message, but it's going to be spelled backwards. It's kind of hilarious. At least I find it funny. Other people, maybe not so much. Alright, so we are going to take this rocket all the way up. This moon. As I thought... That was so loud.
Only 2 more.
Okay. And this level is just simply go between the 3 giant planetoids until one of them starts beeping, which is a pretty easy solution. Okay. Definitely over on this side.
It's gotta be close.
In this box? No. Not in this box. Oh, okay. You'd think it would turn... Oh. Okay, easy enough. Okay. And we're gonna go down to this moon, see if there's anything. Doesn't sound like it. Sounds like there's all of nothing. Sonic Adventure 2 camera. Never change, but also please change. Yeah, gotta break through free of that gravity. And, oh, hello. And iron boots to Argonian Sea. Alright, there's Link's iron boots. Definitely not complaining there, I needed those. I needed those quite badly, in fact. Alright, we're gonna go all the way up here again and see if it starts pinging. No, even higher then. Still nothing. Go all the way to the top then. Okay, okay. Interesting. No idea where it could be at this point. Oh, here's another Chow box. It's an emblem. Okay. And from here we go all the way down. Let's see if it starts pinging on these outer islands. And if it doesn't start pinging, then I'm just going to use one of the radar detectors. Buddy. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna use it. A bunch of black containers at the base. Okay. Bunch of black containers at the base.
I thought I could do it.
Well, that changed the location of it. Dangerous stars. Wide open area. Oh, what was that?
Detector readings are reversed. Be very careful.
I don't think I will. I don't think I'll be careful at all. Well, found it! Oh, here's another Chow box.
It's gotta be close.
It said don't dig near the star, so...
I got it.
Alrighty, and that's going to send Eggman's jet boosters over, which will allow us to do Lost Colony. Alrighty then, now that we have Eggman's jet booster, we can go into Lost Colony and find Chow Box number 3. As well as complete the level, I suppose. Finally, his legs look normal. It's so weird seeing the unupgraded mechs for Tails and Eggman because, well, most of the time you see them in their fully upgraded forms after you get the upgrades, so that's most of the game. Especially because a lot of the 100 rings and all the other challenges require you to actually, you know, have most or all of the upgrades. Since each level has 5 missions, that's, you know, 80% of the game. Oh, right, I don't have the large cannon yet. Well, let's hope that's not foreshadowing as to where the last Chow box is. That would really be disappointing. So, we just need to figure out where the Chow boxes we have are.
Try hovering to fly over.
this is Chow Box 2. So anything past this is the right Chow Box. Excellent. Camera, work with me here. Thank you. Well, this is precarious. The camera's not doing me many favors. Oh. Hi. Okay, that worked. Ooh, gold beetle. Piece of a heart. Ah, this is why you always check behind you. And there we go. Progressive sword. And all the rainbow-colored chaos drives. Alright, let's finish this level and be back in Wind Waker, where we can actually finish off game number 4. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, go ring. That wasn't too bad. We'll see what this gives me.
That wasn't so difficult.
Alright, then I'll see you back over in Wind Waker. Alrighty. Back in Wind Waker, and we are ready to get on with it. The moment I hit this button, we're good to go. I have to actually hit the ground for the Master Sword to power up. The icon is not the right one, but that's okay. Okay. Let's go. Are the gods. Got the light arrows, all the pieces of the Triforce, and of course, the Master Sword. So, all we have to do is sail into the halo of light and go down. And we make our way inside. Now, the funny thing is, there is a check inside this castle. But why would we go there when we can just beat the game? I no longer need the leaf at all. That's what we're going in with. Or the sail, not the leaf. We need the leaf still. And the big barrier. By the power of the Master Sword, may this barrier be no more. Hooray! Oh, those are very blue pea hats. I do think the color randomizer is one of my favorite parts. And we just make our way up the hill towards Ganon's tower. I wonder where the evil guy is. Maybe it's the giant black tower in the distance. Now, without the hook shot, you can actually make this with a few well-timed jump rolls with the leaf. Gives you the distance, gives you the height, and then you just make your way inside. Easy as that. Now, normally, you'd actually have to go to each of these 4 bridges and refight each of the 4 bosses from all the dungeons in the game to break a door. It's just a refight with the Master Sword, and you kill them all, so there's no real point to doing that. So, you just kind of cut your way through them. And, well, we have a bit of a fight with someone that's taunted us in the past. And, well, taunts don't go unpunished. Hi, you. Except one big thing. He's really allergic to light arrows. Oh well. And what you can do with this is you can either swing it or throw it to break that wall. And we're off to the final boss. Or at least, the boss before the final boss. Yeah, you're big, you're scary, you're still gonna die. In a comically quick fashion. Oh. No. No. I don't deal with that. Incredible. And just like that, the door opens. It's kind of funny that the door is, tied to the life force of the people guarding the outside of it. If it was the other way around, I'd never get in. And we got Puppet Ganon. Simplest way to handle this boss, cut his strings. But, truth be told, you don't even have to do that. You just have to cut his tail down. The people that are really good at this game, though, they don't even need to do that. People that are good at Wind Waker, like, really good, man, they do terrifying things to this game. But, just shoot that with a light arrow. He'll go up. He'll get restrung. And he'll come back down. If I aimed a little bit higher, I might have been able to pull that off. Which would have been really cool. That was a good shot. He pulled up. And then he'll get dropped down right there. Yeah, without the bats, I might have been able to focus and hit that, but that's why the bats are there. No. No, I'm not gonna put up with this shenaniganery. These shenanigans will not be accepted. Ooh, his tail's hanging down. Alrighty. Next. And now it's a spider with a pig face. I don't know why. But easiest way to handle this boss, aim the camera down. Find where his butt's gonna fall. It's literally that easy. Not done yet. Now he's a snake. This is either the easiest or the hardest phase, depending on how good your aim is. Or if he runs directly into you. That kind of makes it difficult too. Ow. Just one. Oh, a little early. There's one. I got, I think, one more in this bow. Nailed it. All right. And gone. Crazy easy, if you ask me. And we just climb up this incredibly, incredibly tall rope. All the way to the top. And then... there. Grappling hook. Up, up, and up, and up, and up. Next one. Full health, full mag. That's the wrong weapon. This. And we go even further up. And there we go. And we need the hook shot. We don't have the hook shot. So I just checked. The hook shot is actually in Cosmic Wall, Act 2. So a 100 rings mission with that we can get. So hold please. Alright, you know the deal. Easy peasy. Not even hard. Let's go finish Wind Waker. And there it is. Follow the hook shot, and there we are. Alright, let's do this. Pastel pink cannon! He kicked me. You think I forgot about the soup? Nah. He's really getting sick of getting shot with light arrows. And then Zelda gets back up. And he's learned to guard his back. He can now hear when light arrows are being fired. Ganon's actually, you know, kind of intelligent. No. All we need to do is wait for him to dodge a few more times. And then, we just wait for Zelda to shoot us. And we're done. And that's the end of Wind Waker. And clearly I just got a lot of money from that. This is kind of funny. They gave me Eggman's large cannon, so... And that, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Alrighty, back in the land of Terraria, we have only a few things left to do. One of them, luckily, does not involve rainbows and unicorns as an achievement. One of them involves the lunatic cultist. Kinda need to take him down still. But because I am a fool, and as fools always do, I overestimated my abilities, I'm going to be a little bit better about actually preparing for the lunatic cultist fight. And by that, I mean I'm actually going to put down platforms. Sadly, he hasn't respawned yet, so I can't immediately try and refight him, but I can open this up and have a bunch of platforms ready to go for as soon as he's available to be fought again. Alright, let's try this again. Why do they hurt so much? Why do these guys hurt so much? Hold on, I'm recovering health. Wait. Okay. Let's do this. This one. As long as I don't let him finish summoning the dragon, or let there be more than one of him. This one. Oh, no whip, this one. Oh, those hurt. Those hurt. Those hurt. Those hurt. This one. And there we go. That makes the pillars appear. We need that one. So, pillars in hand. We're gonna go get my final summon weapon. Weapon of near infinite power in comparison. And maybe, depending on how things go, it might not be my final weapon. So, how the pillars work is you have to kill 100 enemies within the radius of them, and then their shield will drop. But aside from that, they are invincible. But luckily the Stardust Pillar drops a lot of minions because it's, well, it's the Summoner Pillar. But they do a lot of damage. I will never deny how much damage they do. But it doesn't heal, so we don't need to worry. Come on, baby tiger. Let's go murder some space invaders. Okay, so I turned Ultimate Battler back on, but the shield is now broken. Which means I get my weapon. Because the tower's kind of weak without a shield. Like, at this point in the game, 20,000 health is nothing. The Lunatic Cultist literally has double that. The Flow Invaders are still, a problem. Okay, Pillar's dead. I just need to collect all the little Stardust fragments that it leaves behind. And it doesn't matter, because I have the, I was stopped by a twinkle. I have the treasure magnet, so I'm just gonna treasure magnet all that stuff back to the house. And at the speed it's going, it should show up now. Ding ding. Okay, with the ancient manipulator, I can go in here and Stardust Dragon. Who needs a tiger? You have a literal dragon. Here's how it works. The more summon slots you put into him, the bigger he gets. Hell, he's eventually this giant noodle. And he will destroy things. Let's go see if I can get the one thing, the one singular thing, that will make me more powerful. I highly doubt I'll be able to get this one, but here's hoping. And that's how fast the Stardust Dragon can actually murderize things. Get all the vortex fragments, and the enemies should stop spawning. Alright. The next thing I am looking for is a butterfly. This will increase its spawn rate. There it is, Prismatic Lacewing. And we have ticked off the Empress of Light. Time for a bullet hell! If you fight her during the day, she one-shots you with any attack. Bad news. That's what we need to do. I got hit with the same projectile twice. Okay. Tag her again, tag her again. Oh right, the trails of rainbow actually do damage too. I don't think we'll be actually going for the Terror Prism, because I don't want to fight her in a randomizer during the day. But we will at least be trying to get her whip, because she has a summon whip. Okay, about half. I just need to relearn her fight. It should be fine. This is nice. This feels good to do. Ha! Ha! Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Impending doom approaches. Here we go. 6 games down. 2 to go. We are staring into the abyss. That is the end of this randomizer. Lose if I'll win. This is a very hard boss. But I have confidence in my ability to pull something amazing off. After all, I did it with Dark Souls, Hollow Knight, Metroid Prime, and Wind Waker. I can beat the Moon Lord. Just need to not get hit with that. And, you know, die instantly. I don't know how I'm supposed to dodge that. I'm not mobile enough. Okay, so I decided to go a completely different option and build a kill bunker. Let's see how this one works. The laser now goes through walls. It now goes through walls. That would have been great to know. Attempt number 4, new method. We call it get on the minecart and run. Minecart method seems to be doing decent. Minecart method is doing less decent when we're dealing with that. Okay, so that was working. That was working really, really, really well. Okay, I don't know how to handle the phantasmal bolts. We'll see, we'll see. That laser stretched to hit me. Okay. I went and I got myself the mechanical cart. I should have been in here before then. That's my bad. That's my bad. Okay. This is going to be easier. He can't keep up with me. Now I'm going 102 miles per hour in a minecart. Ow! That was dumb. Now that they've made it where that thing can go through walls, I don't know how to stop it. Okay. New idea. Minecart track circle. Okay. New idea. The new idea is simple. It's called cheating. Give myself this. And the Terra Prisma. And I'm going to give myself all of the Stardust armor. Because I get to make the rules of my own challenge. And one of the rules is to have fun. And I am not. So as such, I deem it important to do something for my mental health. That being, destroy this boss by making an absurd, and I truly do mean absurd, amount of homing rainbow swords that fan out behind me into a giant wing. Hold on, I need my mana to come back. Because I could farm all this. I could farm the Terra Prisma. The only thing I couldn't get is the Stardust armor because it requires me to beat Moonlord. I just want to beat Moonlord at this point. So, with all of these things acquired, let's finish this. I should probably turn these back on. There we go. Alright, let's put this menu away so you can see his health. Because heck the Moonlord. I'm sick of this. No, don't let me die when I'm actively cheating. That would just be embarrassing. Alright. There we go. Terraria is done. Terraria is done. Now the reason why I did that, the reason why I'm okay with doing that, is the only thing I need for Sonic. The only thing I need for Sonic is the Chaos Emeralds. 2 Chaos Emeralds, and they're both in Sonic. There is nothing locked behind Terraria that Sonic needs. So I just wanted to get it done. So we got it done. See you over in Sonic. Alrighty. Now what we're looking for is Cosmic Wall's 3rd level, and the first Chow Box in this level. Funnily enough, those are literally both of what we need. That's both the Chaos Emeralds. They're both in this level. Oh, let's go get them. I'm just going to assume the Chow Box is over here. I was right. Red Chaos Emerald. Is this where the Chow is too? Huh. Almost forgot where the Chow is. But that's both the Chaos Emeralds. That's literally it.
Now you know why I am the best.
Now we can go and beat everything that we need to. We need to beat Green Hill too. That's one of the things. Whee! Wee? That was interesting. I hit the death plane, but jumped out of it. Game, please. Thank you. There we go.
Yes.
Okay. Green Hill Zone is done. Now all that's left
Just made it.
is Cannon's Core. Just the first stage of Cannon's Core. Or not! Okay! Alrighty. Let's end this out with a bang.
Can you hear me, son? I know. Aim for the red swelling area. You're our last.
Looked like it came back for more! Yeah! Sonic, leave it to me. I'll destroy it. All that power. Chaos Emeralds. Shadow, are you okay? I'll collect the rings. Now it's up to you, Sonic.
Shadow, you need rest. Let me give it a try.
Sonic, we're in danger. You will enter the atmosphere in about 4 minutes.
They'll do it in 3.
Here I come, you creep!
Gets hit immediately.
Shadow, how's your ring energy? Make sure to change places with me to collect more rings.
Growing up, I never realized you could actually swap between them just by flying past him instead of, you know, at him. So if you run out of rings and you can't make the attempt, you can go past him, and then you can actually win that way. You don't get as many rings back,
Here I come, you
but
creep!
if you need a little bit extra time, you can do that. Alright.
We've almost got it.
Amy, we did. Sonic, yeah, okay, it's dead. It's okay, it's dead.
Did you really think you had a chance?
Alrighty. That is it. That's all 6 games.
No way that's getting
All of my favorite games.
Shadow, I beg of you,
Maria,
give them a chance to be happy.
now, Shadow.
chaos control! Maria, this is what you wanted, right? This is my promise I made to you.
And to everyone that watched and stuck around this long, I'd like to personally thank you too. Doing a 6-game, 1-person Archipelago was a bit of a dream of mine, and I'm glad I was finally able to accomplish it. That I was motivated to actually record it, edit it, and put it up on YouTube. I didn't really think any of that would be possible, really. But here we are. Listening to one of my favorite songs of all time. Looking down the barrel, it was intimidating. But having pulled the trigger, I'm glad I did it. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe I'll see you around with a new challenge. Now, don't click away just yet. I've prepared a little something special for people that stuck around to the end of the video. I spent a little bit of time on this and I'm quite proud of it, so I hope you enjoy this little bit of extra I put at the end.
Can you feel life moving through your mind? Looks like it came back